cuties. I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. Today is Monday, November the 14th, 2022. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this one a 7. It was solid. Let's jump right into this. We see Amanda and Devon, and Amanda just pretty much tells Devon, listen, it's over. Because he comes in and he sees her with her suitcase packed, and he's like, I don't want to see you like this. She said, I had planned on you not seeing this at all. I planned on being done. She said, now that she has time to think about it, she does believe that he and Abby really didn't mean to hurt anyone, that, what happened between the two of them really was just they didn't expect it. She said, however, that doesn't make it right. And she also tells him, you belong with Abby. And he said, no, like Abby and I have been down that road and we said we're just friends. And she said, that might have been then. But now y'all have a child together. And I don't know why I didn't see it before. Your feelings have changed for her. And, Devon tries to deny it, but I don't know why he's trying to deny it, because he and Abby both said that if they didn't really regret what they had done. They know it was wrong and they're sorry they hurt people, but they also didn't regret doing it. And so she just says, you and Abby deserve to be together. And she said, I realize that. He says, you're enough for me. And she said, but you're not enough for me. Because Devon, she don't want to be with a man that cheats. And that's just the bottom line. Amanda does not want to be with a man that cheats. And you've proven to her that you are a cheater. And she doesn't want that. So she's done with it and she's over the relationship. And so she's leaving and she's resigning from Chancellor Winters as well. So then we see Sharon and Chance talk, and she tells him, I saw that little, it looks like you and Abby had, an argument, or y'all, something went on. And he said, yeah. And he was just like, she expects him to be a man that he's not. And Sharon admits, she said, I used to be jealous. I used to be jealous of Rafe and the job, because it was like I wanted him to want to be with me more and show more dedication towards me. But she also says you can't be a man that you're not going to be. I said, Sharon, you're not helping. And I said, is Sharon and Chance related? Because if not, are they about to put Sharon and Chance together? Because I wouldn't be mad at that. A little bit though, because they're a little boring. But I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that. But anyways, she just tells him, does she want you to quit your job? He said, sometimes it feels like she does. And he said, but she hasn't said that, but sometimes it feels, he loves his work and he needs someone who is supportive of him loving his work. And it's just not Abby. She wants to be, but it's just not her. And so then we go to Abby, and Mariah comes over because she has a gift for Dominic. And she says, are you okay, Abby? Normally you love gifts, you tear into them, you can't even stop you. And she said, Chance didn't come home. I said, now Chance, if you want it, you got to come home, because Abby got them wondering body parts. But she said he didn't come home. And so then she says, oh, he was on a stakeout. And Mariah was like, again? She's like, it's like it's always about work. And she says, but I get it. She said, because a part of me, and this might be horrible to say, but I'm happy that Tessa can't go on the road for months at a time. It was lonely. So, and honestly, you have to be a strong person when your partner is traveling, when they're gone, when they're on a road, when they have a demanding job. You have to be a strong person to be able to just say, I know they have a demanding job. I know they're going to be gone, but I'm going to, stay faithful. I'm going to stay with it. I'm going to stay faithful and everything. But so they talk about, Abby and how she's just realizing, that she needs to be more supportive for Chance. And so then Chance comes in, right? And when he comes in, Mariah leaves because she said, you guys need to talk. And when Chance comes in, Abby's crying and she says, I just realized, I need to be more supportive. I need to support you more in your work. And I want this to work out with us. And he just tells her, listen, I'm not the man for you. You need to be with Devon. And she said, what? He said, you need to be with Devon. Devon checks all of your boxes. And he says, I can say that without any bitterness, without any anger. I can honestly say that he checks everything that you want. And that's where you really need to be. And I said, well, okay. Like, I said, y'all are really acting like they're glazing over the fact that, they slept together. I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. It's like, okay, Devon and Abby cheated, but it's like everyone's so calm. Everyone, and they're able to just talk. I guess that's what being an adult is. You're just able to talk it out. I was thinking it was going to be a little more dramatic than this, but they said, no, there's no need. Devon and Abby need to be together. And I said, okay, then. So that was pretty much it with them guys. He just tells her to be with Devon. So then we see the ladies get together, and it's Phyllis, it's Ashley, and it's Nikki. I am loving Nikki's hair. But anyways, they all get together and they're talking about. Ashley gives them the information about Jeremy Starks, and they say, okay, so she was working with him. And so Ashley tells them everything that she knows about what happened. And they say, okay, so what do we do with this? And they also say, how was Tucker able to find this information? Are you sure this is real? Because Victor's team couldn't find it. And Phyllis said, Victor's team ain't no good. And Nikki looked back at Phyllis. I said, what if they didn't find this information, Nikki? They wasn't the best people. But anyways, so excuse me. So they continue to talk and they say, Ashley, you're not falling for Tucker. She said, no, but I do got him eating out the palm of my hand. And they're like, so we know that there's more to the story with Diane. And I wonder, was she the one that put away Jeremy? And so now that he's getting released early, she's got to be terrified. And they said, yes, she probably is. And they said, we need to put the screws to her so that she leaves town once and for all. Like, she feels so much pressure and she goes ahead and leave. And so they're like, yeah, let's do it. So they're going to see if she was the one who turned Jeremy in to try to save herself. And, they're going to just question her about it to see if that would make her leave town, knowing that he could possibly be coming for her. Mila. So then we see Summer and Jack talk. And when they're speaking, Jack says, I haven't had my lunch, come and eat with me. And she said, okay. And then she asks him, how do you really feel about this whole Diane thing? And he tells her, he said, honestly, I'm exhausted. He was like, I'm exhausted with all of it. And she said she tried to give the Diane the benefit of the doubt. And he says, I know you have, because you've been very supportive of Kyle. And she says, but I don't want her hurting Jeremy. I don't want her hurting Kyle or Harrison. And she said, and how do we know Diane's past won't come back to haunt her? And Jack is concerned about that as well, but he's trying to be supportive of Kyle. So that's their whole dilemma, is that he's not 100% trusting Diane, but he wants to support Kyle. And Summer is just like, I'm ready for Diane to go, because I feel like there's more to this. So then we see Diane sees that Jeremy is about to be released, and she's nervous as heck. And so then she goes to Kyle and she tells Kyle, because she said, can I talk to you? And Kyle said, yeah. And he was like, so what is it? And she said, I hate that attitude. I hate that attitude that it's just like, what is it now? What's going on now? And I said, excuse me, ma'am, you the one came back in doing all this lying. She was like, it's just, I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of having to prove myself and everything. He said, well, you should expect that when we were giving you the benefit of the doubt. And then we came back and we find out that you didn't give, you didn't give us the whole truth. So you should expect us to be cautious around you. And she says, I'm dealing with Nikki, Phyllis, and Ashley, and now I have to deal with you guys not, 100% trusting me, and not, the way everything is turning out now, that every time I have something to say, it's just like it's a burden, and you're waiting on, more information to come out. And I just feel like I'm stressed. I can't live like this. And he says, wait, you've been under pressure the whole time you've been here. So what is this about? And so then she tells him about Jeremy, and she's like, what if he comes after me? And I said, that's what it is. And as soon as Kyle said, I'm not going to let anything happen, and I'm not going to let, I'm not going to let him do anything to you. Then she hugs him. Thank you, Kyle, because he said, Abbott's, we protect our own and everything. I said, baby, you not go, okay. He says, we protect our own. And I said, okay, Kyle, believe this woman if you want to. And so she tells him, okay, so, but you can't tell Phyllis. I mean, you can't tell Summer because she might tell Phyllis. He said, my wife and I have a strong marriage because we don't lie to each other. And she says, Kyle, this is my secret to tell. Well, if you're asking for his protection, no, it's not. And if he wants to tell his wife, then he needs to tell his wife. See, and first of all, Diane has been looking gorgeous these last few episodes. But this is why I can't stand Diane, because it's always trickery with her. Like, we know you're up to something, and Kyle is a fool if he doesn't know it as well. But we all know that there's more to the story, and you turned this man in, because he asked her, did you turn Starks in? And she said yes. And so now he might come back for me, and that's when Kyle told her he was going to give her his protection. But he's telling Diane, I'm going to tell my wife. So while they're arguing about it, Summer and Jack come in, and they're like, they can feel the tension in the room. And Diane begging Kyle, not to tell. And so then she ends up, sorry. So they feel the tension in the room, and then Diane ends up leaving, but her eyes are pleading with Kyle not to tell. And so she goes into the hallway, and she gets a message from Ashley saying, meet at the house, come along. And that was the Young and the Restless today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This is getting really interesting to me. I can't wait till Jeremy comes, because the spoilers are saying that this is supposed to be getting really good. So we'll see. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.